Let's take these accessories that I got from the dollar store and turn these video game hero Barbies into e-girls. Coming up after this. I love this video game hero line, and now, as the TikTok phenomenon grows and grows, I realize that these heads look very, very much like e-girls. They have the paint on their faces, some of them do. They've got this anime look that is very popular. They're cute, but a little naughty. They also got this e-boy, but he's more of a video game hero, Ken. These are all put on WWE bodies. It's my favorite doll body that's out there. It's a little more curvy, a little more muscular than your average Barbie, but I like them and I think they look really cool. So I've made custom outfits out of accessories that I found at the dollar store many times. I have to say, my main and favorite thing to use is probably these hair bands, and that is mostly what we'll be using. So usually you have these, I don't know exactly how you're supposed to wear them, but they're usually hollow cylinders. So every time I see really cool patterns, I really like 80s ones, I buy them. I bought these hoping that I was going to do a fall fashion series, because these are all my favorite fall colors. This was a great find. I think it's a little too late. We're moving into spring. However, I am prepared for that with these spring ones. So those make great tube dresses. And then I use necklaces like this as belts, chains, and necklaces, and I've got other kinds, and I'll show you how to convert those. I've got more narrower ones for these that we're going to use for sleeves and socks, and all of this is all no-sew, super easy. Other things that I like to use are scrunchies, hair elastics, little things like this that you find, little highlights. Those are going to be added accessories probably. These make great belts, maybe bracelets. We'll probably work some of those into small clips and headbands I have collected. These are going to be great. This is a quintessential accessory for an e-girl, so we'll definitely be using some of those hair clips on them. Sometimes I will use earrings. However, I don't think this time we will be doing that, because I don't know if I want to pierce their ears. I have pierced the ears of some of the other custom dolls that I've done before, but I don't think this time, even though I do have lots of cool ones. I guess I'll save that for another video. We'll focus on chain accessories for them. Other things that I like to use are like bigger scrunchies, and sometimes you can use things like this from the craft section as boas. And then I don't know if those look too cheap, we might be able to incorporate some of those fur stoles. These work. These are just scrunchies that will work as jackets and hats and stuff for the winter time. So I've actually pulled out a few things that I thought would be perfect for e-girls. Unfortunately, I did not have any plaid. It would have been great if I had a plaid skirt. I think I will do an upcoming video where you will see me use the fashions that I have, and we'll put those together and turn them into e-girls too. I've put aside a crushed velvet scrunchie, which is something that the e-girls are very fond of. These stockings are going to be great. We're going to use those. I have got this necklace, and it's going to turn into belts and necklaces, maybe bracelets for them. I have this great big collection of chains and hooks, so somebody, or maybe all of them, will incorporate those black chains in there perfect. We've got this very sparkly rhinestone belt. Rhinestones are very, very big. We've got this studded brown belt. I've made one of these using this bracelet before, but it was in a white color. But the brown one will go very well with this. We'll make a big fur coat out of this fur ribbon that I got from the dollar store as well. This is all from the dollar store. This lit bracelet we will turn into a really cool belt. These clips, this is the only plaid that I was able to find that's going to look great in somebody's hair. So somebody's going to be very lucky to have this. I guess I'm going to just make it into a top. This is left over from my Halloween outfits. I think somebody's probably going to get this as just a printed on tube dress. That's definitely a good one. More black dresses or skirts. We're going to use those for a nice white top, black polka dots. Both leopard and rainbows are huge e-girl things. So this is like the only pop of color. One girl's going to have a bright outfit. And I got this Aries necklace. I'm going to just take out most of the links. And then we're going to have this big Aries medallion. That's going to be great for somebody. So I'm going to show you all the things that we can do to turn these into really cool e-girls. Okay, so when you have a scrunchie like this one, I'm going to show you on the gray one because it'll show up better. You're going to find the separation in the scrunchie, so where it is joined, where it's sewn together, and you can see there is the seam there. And you're going to look for the stitches, and you're going to rip it apart. One stitch usually does the trick, and go around. Okay, and then you'll find the elastic in the middle. You can untie that or cut that. Maybe able to use that down the line, save that. So then you have this giant tube. Usually they're nice and stretchy, so hopefully you've got one that stretches in both directions. And let me show you on a doll. You can just pull that on like so, and you got yourself a glamorous velvet dress. You can cut it to length, you can bunch it if you want to, you can scrunch it. It makes a really cool tube dress. You can do amazing things with that. I am going to use the black one. I think I'm going to keep the whole length of this. Maybe I'll just make it as long as possible. So a good thing to do that is to put it on all the way. I'm going to make sure that I don't make it too short because I want to be able to have that option to make this a full-length dress. I don't know. It's always hard to say. But you know what? The stuff's from the dollar store. It's not that big of a deal. So here she is in this full-length velvet gown. It looks incredible on its own. Probably should have just tucked it under though. That is also another option you can do. But I also have this other skirt or top that somebody else could wear. I don't know how many e-girls would wear a full-length ball gown, but come on, some of them are going to be more glamorous than your average standard e-girl. So it looks like we've got one fully dressed. Let's move on to another one. So I think with this remnant from my Halloween outfits, I'm going to be sticking this on this girl, and it's going to be very, very short, and it's going to have tattered edges. We're kind of okay with that because that is very much in the style of the e-girl. So we're going to just go like that. That was the simplest dress. It was just the end of one of the other dresses that I made out of this material. It looks so good. Now we're going to go right away and jazz this up by adding some stockings. So we're going to take one of these thinner headbands. I'm not sure if I'm going to use a black or a white one. Let's just cut the sewn together part off. Okay, I'm going to cut this one into thirds, and I'll cut my black one into half. So we'll see, because I think thirds are good enough, and I can always hide the end of it with boots. Again, it is a hollow cylinder, so we're just going to stick these on, pull it up just like a sock. So there it is, the white sock. Her skin is very pale. Maybe this would be better for another girl because you can't even appreciate that. Let me show you what a black one looks like on. Maybe that's going to be a better choice. So that is kind of cool. I'm liking that. It's a hard choice. I'm thinking I'm liking the darker stockings because of her skin color. Okay, we have to work in some color for sure. Black and white is pretty much your main e-girl colors, but they do have lots of bright fluorescence that they mix in as well in rainbows. So again, I'm just taking out the seam. Okay, so I decided to nix the long black dress and just take the remnant and go with the top. And then I'm using one of those thinner elastics as a sleeve, and you want the sleeve to be nice and long, so I'm going to do that. And it is just me taking 1/3 of the tube. You could hem this if you wanted to sew it yourself, but instead I'm just gonna tuck under the rough edge. You could even use the rough edge because that adds a kind of like rocky, gothic, tattered look. Slip it on the arm. Now, my arms are a bit broader because they are from the WWE girls, so I'm not sure if they're going to look as good on a regular Barbie. This is still a very glamorous e-girl look, but nonetheless, I think it looks super e-girl. Got this little tube skirt on. I'm definitely taking the tube top to a different look when you add the sleeves, don't you think? Very, very, very stylish and nice. Now I definitely have to incorporate this in a top. I think I'm going to stick that with one of these and make a skirt and top combination. Let's see where that goes. So I think the best way to get the most out of your buck is to put it on as a full gown. Make sure that you leave a little bit extra, and then you know to take, I don't know. If this is a tube top, it doesn't have to be that long, but then you also want the option of using it as a skirt. But do you also want the option of using it as a mini dress? I don't know. I also have to keep reminding myself that this stuff is from the dollar store. You know, you never know what you're going to find though, and you don't know if things are going to be there the next time. But I guess I'm gonna cut it off right about here. Every girl needs a black and white striped shirt though. Definitely a must-have. I think this is the girl we're gonna give white stockings to. I cut it off enough so I can make it long. I can hem it. Kind of inappropriate, but it definitely does work as a dress. You can fold it in two if you want to make it really short. You can always move it down as a skirt. Elastic tube dresses pretty much do anything you want them to do. Then I'm going to give her a skirt, and we're going to make this a short skirt. Hopefully I'm not making it too short or too long. Again, remind myself, I got all of those for $1.25. I just don't want to waste anything. These ones are a bit narrower than the normal ones I use, but that's kind of good because sometimes they're a bit loose and I worry about them falling down. But these tighter ones, I have lots of confidence that they're going to be perfect. So yeah, just pull that up and you got yourself one fancy looking outfit. It really surprises me every time. No sew, yet it's so put together as soon as you haul it on. If you do want to hem it, you can kind of roll up the edge a little bit sometimes, or you can tuck it under. I do want this skirt to be quite short because she is going to be wearing the white stockings with it. So you can leave them unhemmed like this, or you can roll them down and over like I did with this one. They're a bit short, but I mean, they're like leg warmers or leggings. And I'm just gonna go ahead and put these boots that I have on with this outfit because I think that's gonna look so good with it. Yeah, it's not an outfit I would want my daughter to wear, but it's definitely a good e-girl look. We still have to do some accessorizing, but we're doing super well here. This is something I wanted to work in. This is just so easy to turn into an outfit. You just put this over the shoulders like so, and bingo, you got yourself a sexy little shrug instantly. Black on black, but yeah, she's looking great there. That's the easiest way to soup up them. I'm going to try something different with the last one. We are going to make a big fur vest or coat. I think after I make her a white top out of this, I guess. Maybe I should make her a white dress. I'm thinking I'm going to make her a white dress. And am I going to just cut it in two? I think I am going to just risk that. Oh, that's a little long. This one's not as stretchy as I would like, but it does stay in place, and she's looking pretty cute. So she's already looking good, but let me measure how much we would need for the first stole or fur coat or whatever you're going to call it. I think I'm going to fold it in two so that the edge is more finished around her neck, and then hopefully not make it too short. So here we go. Fold it in two, put it around her neck like so, and I am going to belt it into place. Like, it makes a perfectly fine scarf just the way it is, which maybe I'll keep it like this. These are glamorous e-girls, don't you think? Maybe a little too glamorous. Wait till you see the accessories. So when you're looking for bracelets to convert into doll belts, you really want to look for something, a mechanism that you can tell it's really easy to take apart and separate. So that's a good example where I can actually go in there and unpry the mechanism and shorten the leather part. Also, chains are great, and especially for e-girls, but because you can take out links, then it makes it really easy to convert chains into belts. Then we have ones like this, where you see there's a clamp on a ribbon. So all you have to do is unclamp that, shorten it to size, and you got yourself a belt. So these are all great examples of belts. In this instance, we have a leather one. We're gonna unclamp the little bracket there, and we're gonna shorten the leather piece and make it belt size. And then links of chains, of course, that's gonna be super easy to just attach these fasteners, and we're gonna have all kinds of black chains and belts and all kinds of accessories. I'm gonna put this in this girl's hair right now. Yeah, she's looking super good. That means that I think she's gonna get this red belt too. So I'm gonna get into here. I'm gonna pry open this on both sides and then just pull it off. And then you can measure this around the waist, and you want to allow for the fastener size, so you can cut an awful lot off. Cut it evenly if you want to make it symmetrical. I took off about half of the strap, squeeze the fastener back into place, and repeat on both sides. I always love this extra. That's why cutting it too short is never a problem, because you've got this extra bracelet connector, but also that hangs down, and that is perfect for an e-girl. I guess I did take a little more off than I had to, but again, it doesn't matter because I've got that chain, and she can wear it asymmetrical. And then look at that great little hanging chain detail on the back. That looks great. Matches her hair. E-girls are matchy-matchy. Oh, she's showing a little bit too much bum there. We gotta pull her skirt down a bit. She's more of the gothic e-girl. She's looking great. Let's see what other belts we can make. And this is supposed to be a choker. This is a very e-girl style. Bedazzling is super in with e-girls. So this is very similar. We're just gonna pry apart. It's got teeth. Measure around a waist to see how much I need. Just cut it. Made it nice and short. Squeeze the closure closed. Let's put it on her. She is sparkling. Again, she's got that hanging down part. Real nice. I like that chain. You can even put it over to the side a little bit if you want to see the hanging down part. That's looking real good. That is sparkly and nice. These are some of my favorite to get. I'm going to take apart the links connecting these pink beads and just take out those two segments, and it makes an awesome belt just like that. So there it is, a much shorter belt, and I think I'll put that around her. And then you also have these leftover pieces, which I think I will connect and make a necklace for one of these girls. An e-girl can never have too many chains, so that's looking good. She's gonna need some more jewelry, but that's a pretty sweet belt. I used the leftover links to make this girl a necklace. I tried it on that girl, but the pearls made her look way too sophisticated. I've got some pretty glamorous e-girls going on here. Look at how her belt sparkles. I still haven't put together this belt where I started making the belts in the first place. This might be the easiest one to do. You're just gonna get in here and pry this open. And there's actually a literal hinge. It's meant to open. You unhook it from the claws. That had it clawed into place. And I'm gonna take off all of these beads. Definitely can use those for other things. But now I'm just gonna cut it to the length I need. That's going to cinch her fur coat on. So I'm just wrapping it around the waist, measuring it, and I will cut it off at where I need. Oh, I should have measured twice, cut once. Remember that. Definitely the easiest belt to make. Just put the clasp back on, and I got myself A really cool leather blinged up belt. Yes, it's fitting well. I don't know if I should keep the buckle to the front. I always struggle with that question. I think that buckle's a little big. I think I'd rather take it to the back and have all of that sparkly stud action going on at the front. And I think we're just going to wear it like that. Normally, a coat like this that a e-girl would wear would have sleeves and everything. It would be a full-size, oversized fur coat. I haven't figured out how to really make an oversized top, so this is going to have to represent the oversized topped e-girl. It's pretty cool. I think we need a little more jewelry. Again, the dress is kind of super glamorous. These are, I'd say, e-girls in 10 years, maybe 5. Kids grow up so fast these days. I think I'm going to give her this Aries medallion. That's my astrological sign. It's the best one. Oh, it's got those extra chain bits. I might have to use those instead. Maybe that is what I'll do. So I went with the protective fastener links, whatever you call those, and they're looking real good. I switched out, I put all of those little black chains. I made a necklace out of those, and I put that on for her instead. So I did like 5 rows of that, and then I gave her the pearl necklace because she was already so black and edgy. I'm gonna take some of these simple hair elastics. This is a great pattern, and I'm going to incorporate these into the outfits too. Just slip this up here. You want to get smaller ones of these. Some are bigger than others, but a medium-sized one's definitely gonna make for a really cool rocky belt. And then I have these tiny little hair ties, and those you could probably stretch on to make a pretty cool little choker. Put it in the right position. It's gonna look real good. And oh, she looks total e-girl now. Take some more of those. I guess I have them in all different sizes. This one could be a bracelet. I haven't really figured out too many ways to make cool bracelets yet. That's in the works. That definitely is a cool bracelet. Oh yeah, that leather cuff looks great. How else can I edgy her up? Oh yeah, we need some of those hair clips. One last accessory that they all need would be some of these hair clips. And all of this stuff was found at the Dollarama. So you could probably look at Claire's or the Dollar Tree. So yeah, that's an e-girl look if I ever saw one. This girl kind of has poofy hair problems, and plus her outfit's a little too mature. So we really should bring it down, and I'll use a black one to maybe make her a little more edgy too. Okay, here are my 4 e-girl looks. Stay tuned at the end of this video, and I will match the other 3 up with some footwear, and I'll show you all of their details more in depth. Also, follow me on Instagram, and I'll be sure to have some pictures of these girls up close and more details really soon. Like, comment, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Let's see. I think combat boots are very common, and this girl needs her outfit edgied up, so she's definitely a perfect candidate for combat boots. She could do with some socks. Maybe we'll put some socks on her. Colorful socks? Pink socks? Oh my goodness, I never thought of that. And then somebody's gonna need white sneakers, and I think if anyone was gonna pull those off, it would be her, because she's got this whole black and white thing going on. So yeah, let's do that for her. Maybe I will go crazy and just give her purple sneakers to bring out her hair. No, it's not the right color. Let's just stick with black, I think. She definitely needs pink socks. Okay, since I had them in both her hair color, I decided to go with both pink and blue. They're looking real good. That's definitely a great look. Also, a very cute look. I probably could give her a bit more jewelry, maybe some bracelets. This one, I think she might have the most going on. I gave her a double clashing pink and red belt, a very light pink necklace, torn up dress, the stole, let those chains hang. And then this one, her Beetlejuice belt. That skirt turned out really nicely. Gave her some black high tops, double barrette, looking real cute. She's the one with the face paint. Crushed velvet top. The sleeves are nice and long. That looks real good.